throws up as the UPA repeatedly confronts what the media has dubbed a foot-in-the-mouth epidemic, not even a disease. How far should inner-party democracy go? Is India and India's political culture far too sensitive about this? How do we compare with other democracies when it comes to allowing people to express their opinion? Are people like Jairam Ramesh free thinkers, or are they loose cannons? Let's get straight into our debate with Jayanti Natarajan first. Jayanti, is it fair now to assume in the particular case of Jairam Ramesh that this is a closed chapter, or is this still a wide open question for the party as to what his political future will be going ahead? Because many people have dubbed his indiscretion not just an act of indiscipline within the Congress, but embarrassing India on the global stage.
Well, we've already discussed it at great length. As far as we are concerned, it's a closed chapter. The minister has spoken to the Prime Minister, to the Congress President, and I don't believe that there's anything further to say in the matter, Barka.
But on the sort of very principle of what happened, and maybe Jayanti comparing it to other people like Shashi Tharoor, for example, who in the past have questioned the Home Ministry's visa policy, or you've had Digvijay saying, you've had Mani Shankar Iyer in UPA 1, you had Mani Shankar Iyer and Salman Khurshid questioning the nuclear deal, for example, openly. How far do you believe inner-party democracy should go, Jayanti?
Well, I think it's a very healthy inner-party democracy that we have in the Congress. And you will remember that everybody that you mentioned fell in line with the party's general stand on the matter. We've always had the privilege of being able to express our views very, very clearly within the party. We've always had that freedom as opposed to many other parties. And even if it sometimes comes into the public domain as it has now, but at the end of the day, all of us are disciplined workers of the party, and the party view will prevail. You will see that it happens each time.
Yeah, it happens each time after a whole bunch of headlines, embarrassments, claims, counterclaims and all of that. But maybe that's part of...
No, Barka,
maybe that's part of politics, is what I was going to say.
I have a view on that. The fact is that, I don't want to take any single instance out of context. But the fact is that sometimes the media does sensationalize a remark here or an honest opinion there. And sometimes it does go a little overboard. I do agree that it does. And at that point of time, the leadership always steps in. But this is a very open democracy. Would you have it any other way, is my question to you.
Well, that is, in fact, the question. Would we have it any other way? Should we have it any other way? Ram Guha, go ahead. You were trying to make a point.
No, what I was saying was, it's probably the lack of inner-party democracy within the Congress which forces these ministers to go to the press. Now, the press is a very inappropriate forum. Digvijay Singh raised some very important issues about how to tackle the Maoists. Jairam Ramesh likewise raised some very important policy issues on what our relationship to China would be. But each used the wrong forum, as did the other ministers you mentioned before, precisely because in the Congress there isn't, anymore the open exchange of views within a party forum, so there's this tendency to leak it to the press.
Ram, is that a realistic argument? Because somebody who was really worried about the Congress High Command would not actually risk their job and go and speak outside the party fora, would they?
Well, I think the High Command obviously can't contain them, but it certainly shows the lack of discipline. The point is, the press is the wrong forum to discuss policy issues. Digvijay Singh should not be writing signed articles under his name. Jairam Ramesh should not be giving statements in Beijing about public policy. They're using the wrong forum. And why are they using the wrong forum? I'm just speculating. I mean, unlike Jayanti, I don't have the privilege of sitting in Congress meetings, but because I don't have the privilege, I'd rather trust my own ears and not believe a Congress spokesman on how democratic the Congress is within.
Okay, fair enough. Jayanti, don't take that personally. It's not about not believing you, but I guess Ram is saying you've got to give the party line. I'll come back to you. I know you want to react to what Ram has said. But Vinod Mehta, quick comment from you. Jayanti says it's often the media that makes too much of something. We love the headline, we love elevating people, but we also seem to love pulling them down. That's exactly what Shashi Tharoor used to say as well.
Varka, I mean, the material is provided for us. I mean, we don't create the material. You see, if free thinking means speaking your own mind, then for politicians in general and ministers in particular, I think you have to be very careful. There's a very thin line between speaking your own mind and being a loose cannon.
Tuba.com